Okay, hi everybody. This is me, Bonkai922. I did live reaction to One Punch Man. I will upload that later. Probably after I do this, because I have one more other thing to do. But I'll probably just do One Punch Man. I'll upload that, and hopefully this, which is going to be Gundam Iron Blood Orphans. Okay, more or less, this is what I'm taking from Iron Blood Orphans. This is what I'm taking from it. It's it's pretty interesting. And when I mean interesting, I mean what's interesting about this series is the Gundam itself. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't come and hurt me with, because there are a lot of people in the community who are, they're like Gundamologists. Like they know everything. Of course, I'm talking to people in the J room and such. Luffy the Super Saiyan. Uh, there's other people I know who are like, God, they just know everything. But from what I'm gathering, basically the main character, Mark, from last week, I have Orga and his friend, the younger the kid. When he pilots the Gundam, he's connected to it via this thing that's in the back of his back. Now, that whole bit, it has to do with nanomachines and shit. And basically, it connects, I believe, to his brain. So he literally is connected to the Gundam. Now, listen, I don't remember this happening in any other Gundam series. Not G Gundam, not Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, not Mobile Suit Gundam, definitely not in Zeta. All of them are that they're in a cockpit and they're piloting the Gundam. There's no connection like that. In fact, this reminds me a lot. That whole scenario, I don't want to bring up Evangelion, but it's kind of the same scenario. The only difference is he's actually physically connected to the fucking Gundam. He's connected to it. Now I remember. Perfect example of this. Escaflowne. Same thing happened in Escaflowne. He was connected to the Escaflowne and shit. And when it got hurt, he got hurt. So it was one of those deals. Now, regardless, for this episode, pretty much what happens is we get the conclusion of what the battle was like. And this whole scenario is pretty much about the fact that they're trying to kill this princess, this Bernstein. Because this guy wanted it to be like that Mars couldn't trust Earth, vice versa. That was the whole bit, like of a war between Mars and Earth. And obviously that's thwarted because of, our characters. Our main character piloting the Gundam, which is called Barbaros. Now, I'm pretty intrigued by this show, and listen, say what you will. I mean, 300 years after the Calamity War? Will you hear that? Calamity War? That's pretty awesome. I don't know anybody else. Oh yeah, that's right. Augus. Mikazuki. So Mika, and you see him pilot when he's piloting the Gundam. After like he's finally done piloting it, he's bleeding from the nose. So this is not like, oh, I pilot the Gundam. Da, da, da. No, literally, he pilots the Gundam. It takes its toll on him. You know? And we also see in the intro, I thought the intro was pretty badass. The opening was pretty fucking badass. The closing was pretty good too. We see some scenes of them in space and everything in the intro, the opening. And I'm inclined to say that this Gundam Barbados pretty damn good so far. And as far as the story is concerned from this episode, their friends all died pretty much. Well, most of them did from the battle against Jalar Horn unit. Yeah. And one of the commanders, the lieutenant of that unit, didn't realize that they were fighting children. And he obviously, and this is kind of interesting to note that he obviously, I think his name was Lieutenant Kane. He's having doubts. Obviously, he doesn't want to fight children. And the guy's like, oh, you have to do it, you have to do it. Because he wants to, like, basically have it where Bernstein dies. And there's, like, confliction with Mars and Earth. That's basically the whole gist. That's what he's trying to accomplish here. And I like this, where this is going. It feels like I think this could be like one of those things. This Gundam series. It feels like Double O in a way. In a way, it does feel like Gundam Double O. With certain things, like because you see like a few characters in this between the two sides. You know, you get this kind of this feeling of Double O in a way, but. As far as I'm seeing so far from episode 2, rating wise, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. I like the fact that when Mika pilots this Gundam, it takes its toll on him. That is something that we have not seen in a Gundam series. At least from my knowledge, at all. We haven't. We didn't see it in Wing. I think maybe in Double O, but I might be wrong on this. So, but we've never seen that happen. And it intrigues me, like, where are they going to go with that? Like, are they going to have it where he's going to have to take pills? Or he's going to have to fight it off? He's going to have to, you know, when he's fighting and shit, he's going to have to endure it? Like, this is some crazy ass shit. His nose was fucking bleeding and shit, and he's like, not yet. And he just faded. I was like, yo, OP as fuck. But 4 out of 5 for this one. I think this is definitely going to redeem. Because let's be honest. Let's be perfectly honest. What was that called? Gusta and G. Let's be perfect. People in the comment section, comment down below. Did you like that series? Because I was watching it, and at one point, I just stopped. And most people, from what I've heard, they did not like it at all. Now, as far as our Iron Blood Orphans are concerned, this is what I have to say. I think it's going to bring back not old school Gundam, not like Zeon and Earth Federation. I mean, this is like more Earth Sphere, kind of, and Mars. This feels more like I'm not gonna say it's like feels like Turn A, but the sides are very different. I mean, you got Jalahorn and CGS. That's pretty much the two sides. And you have one side has the princess, and one side wants to kill the princess. So it brings some interesting plot points to the surface. And I'm definitely looking forward to the exploration of Orga and Mika's relationship. Like these two guys. What is going to happen down the road? We're gonna get more flashbacks on them. Should be interesting. Also, Bernstein, she obviously has, you know, she's weak and she feels like it's her fault, and uh, Mika's basically looking at her like he can see right through her and everything. So you get that developing as well. There was one scene that was sad but funny at the same time. Um, this kid finds out his friend died and saying, "Oh, he wanted to die while being enveloped by large breasts." It was like a kind of a joke, I guess. But overall, this episode, 4 out of 5, it showed who they're fighting against, who they are, and what's going on. And we now know that, obviously, to a lesser extent, that they want to kill the princess, Bernstein. They want to kill her because they don't want her to. They want to have some kind of conflict between Earth and Mars. That's what I'm getting from this show so far. But good second episode, 4 out of 5. And remember, I'm sure everybody knows this already. From Comic-Con, Sunrise announced getting a dub. Yeah, this is getting a dub in 2016. So this will be, I think, the start of something good. Obviously, when I found out from Sunrise's panel, okay, there's no way, I don't see it happening. Zeta is not the ones that are coming out. They got Zeta coming out, ZZ, and X. They're not getting dubs. It's just not happening. Build Fighters is getting dubs, but not those. But let's look at the bright side. Iron Blood's getting a dub. Iron Blood Orphans is getting a dub. And so far from this show, I can gather is this. This is a good series so far. I like where it's going. I like the story. The characters are very intriguing. We'll see. Also, one of the I don't know if he was a lieutenant or a commander or whatever, with the blonde hair. The same voice actor who played what's his face from Log Horizon? Shiro from Log Horizon. The smart guy. The villain with glasses. Yeah, same voice actor. Pretty interesting to note there. But, overall, pretty good. Balkan 22. See you guys later. Okay, so, yeah, I did I uploaded recently the shit. The overhaul swag stuff I got from Comic-Con. You guys go check that video out. I'll show off the posters. I mean, you look behind me. Those are my brother's posters. Freddy vs. Jason, The Flash, and oh yeah, to my right, left, how are you looking? The left, not that way, this way. So my right, your left, Superman, Batman. And I got posters too. I'm not gonna do another video on this yet until I want to rearrange them. The ones on my wall right now, that are right in front of my wall, the two, the Hunter x Hunter and the Haikyuu, I want to move them to the side and move the new ones there. So, yeah. Anyway, Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. Check out Gundam. check out this Gundam series. It's gonna be good. I have a gut feeling it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'll see you guys later.